Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, December 15th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and the NQ. So this is a good example of how M period wipes out people's accounts and stuff, right? Especially on an expiration day. As we rip to a new high late to price probe, only to rip back down. ES ends with a 9Y point of control. SPY does not. SPY missed earlier getting a tick at A's high, so they only end 8 wide. So for SPY, it's just a day's high and low. Also, SPY took out yesterday's low because of the dividend. They're back inside of a balance, but they didn't get into the single print from the other day. We have an inside day for ES, which should provide a nice opportunity for Monday, and we also get the consolidation we said we were looking for. Right? The market never consolidated yesterday. Well, this is some consolidation. Now, it doesn't stop the one-time framing up. Okay? We're still one-time framing up, but you can call the daily now up to balance. Something of that nature, since we have an inside day. Righty makes a new all-time high, and for now, it's in the regular trading hours. I'm sorry, did I say righty? I meant NQ. All-time high in the regular trading hours. Righty goes out with just an afternoon rally high in F. They also came back to balance on the daily. They took out yesterday's low, yet that large gap below still remains, and they did very heavy volume again today. We'll go over all those charts in a couple of minutes. Had a good day and a good week. Did a lot of different trades today in both these things. The majority of them worked out. I took a long, and by the way, our volume in SPY is also, yesterday was the 10th highest volume. Well, we're going to be in the top 10 again today. So we're taking out, it looks like we're taking out yesterday's was the top 10. Well, we're taking that out because we're over 120 million already. At one point, we were going to have our 8th smallest range until we made a new high, and now we have a $2.26 range, which takes us out of the top 10 smallest ranges on that pop in M period. We are the only ones that price probe, but I will not use C's high because we didn't get far enough away from it. I'll go over these trades quickly. There were a lot of them. I was long in A period in ES. A lot of times when SPY opens up, there's a disconnect between the electronic opening and the New York opening. So by that I mean the electronic opening is here, this yellow dot, but you see all this volume here, that was the New York opening. And then it went straight down and left a lot of price points that weren't traded at. So I actually, even though we got the overnight low, I took a long to go fill those, made a couple of points on it, but that's my first trade of the day. Sometimes I'll do that. Then in B period, I took a long in NQ. I thought they had a chance to pop A's high. Now, I didn't get caught and I made money on it, but they certainly didn't take out A's high the way ES did. I also took a long in C period in NQ to pop the IB high, which worked out nice. And then I switched to short because I didn't think we'd go trend in NQ. And that worked out. And I also shorted ES at the same time against C's high. So, against A's high. So I was short both NQ and ES in E period. I did the same thing again in C period. I did the same thing again in E. I shorted NQ. I'm looking here. I'm like, why am I? I shorted NQ and E saying at the new all-time high. They finally got the high and the overnight all-time high. Okay? I shorted that, and again in ES I shorted it. So I did that because they failed to hold singles early. I didn't think they would do it again, and they both worked out. Then I longed NQ in F, G, and H. Now, we never had an afternoon pullback low, obviously, but I got paid on all of these. And the reason I was picking NQ, because at the time their value was overlapping high. They only had the IB high. They only had the overnight high. They were above the opening. So they were in much better shape as far as I was concerned at that time. And I got paid on all of them. And then when I went down, I'm like, okay, Not going to do anything yet, and I didn't. What I did do is I took a long in I in ES because I didn't think we would hold the single prints down, and we didn't, and got paid on that. So there were losses inside of those trades on some of the longs and this and that, but in each time frame overall with those trades, I ended up doing okay. So as far as destinations go, today's high is 470.70 in SPY, okay? And then the downside, I didn't write down today's low, did I? Is 468.44 is today's low. So that's the two destinations in SPY. That's all we have for our destinations. In ES, we have 57.25 is our low for today. Upside, we're 71.25 is 9 wide, and today's high of 79.50. And then let's go to the charts. Give me 1 second. We'll do the charts. So here's righty. Again, a lot of people calling it up. I don't have a problem with that, but this is my balance high, 201.99. So you can call it up, but I'm still calling it balance. This was a fantastic swing trade from the lows to the highs. Now, I don't doubt we're getting some profit taken up here because whoever was long down here is getting out. And then guess what? The swing short is trying to get involved. However, that's on the longer time frame right now. On this shorter time frame right now, which is a daily, it's long-term money buying it with that kind of volume. So balance still for me on the monthly. The weekly is firmly, I don't think that's a right low. The weekly is up. I don't know what that low is. That's not the weekly low. I'll change it after the video. But the weekly is one time framing up now for 5 weeks. And the daily has 67 million on the tape again. It's a 2-day balance. So monthly balance, daily balance, weekly is up. Triple Qs, the monthly up, all new high in NQ. Not yet in triple Qs. 408 and change is their high, but they're up. The weekly is firmly up out of a 3-week balance. And the daily also up, one time framing up now. Look at this, 3, 6, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days. I didn't realize that. So 3, 6, 9. We're one time framing up 9 days in triple Qs. So we are up on all 3 time frames. And then for us, up on the monthly, right? We still have to go for our all-time high. The weekly, certainly up, and we got good distance away from the previous 2 weeks highs. Now, ES daily is up. SPY is balanced because of the dividend. ES never took out. ES is up to balance because it's an inside day. But SPY officially stopped the one-time framing up, which was what? 3? I didn't realize it was this many days. 3, 4, 5, 6. We were 6 days. We weren't as much as triple Qs and NQ. So SPY stops one-time framing up after 6 days. Technically, ES is still one-time framing up for 7 with the inside day. Look at this volume. We're at 136 million already, which, wow. Going to put us at the 7th highest volume of the year, and we still have to 8 o'clock. So a lot of big options expired late in the day, which pumps up our volume. New all-time high for the Dow and the NQ today. I don't think the S&P will be far behind. Hope you all had a great day and week trading. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Stay safe and enjoy your weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.